Thank you, Kempo, for the enlightening Dharma talk and sharing your insights on what it means to have faith in Buddhism, especially to youth of today. We will now proceed to the Q&A portion of the talk.
Okay, hello. Okay.
为了不要耽误时间，
Kempo, can I seek your blessing? I wish I got a degree in physics, so I'm also a very faithful Buddhist and for more than 10 years. So I wish to start a lecture series on physics and Buddhism to highlight the parallels between them and try. It might be possible for the audience to have faith in Buddhism if they are not a Buddhist. So may I seek your blessing?
加持也很重要，但是更重要的依靠智慧来就是细数，就是很多对物理学和对佛教感兴趣的人呢，要断除他们的疑惑，解决他们的生活当中的一些不解之处，同时呢，让他们真正获得心灵的这种快乐和永恒的解脱，很重要。这个。
So blessing is important, but it is even more important to have the wisdom to actually explain, the things that people who are interested in physics and Buddhism, what their doubts are. So you need to be able to clear off their doubts and also help them deal with the problems in their life and help them experience happiness and then eternal liberation. This is very important.
既然现在还没有人问问题的话，我们就从上线的问题去出。Kempo Dashitele, I want to ask, can someone with low IQ still attain wisdom? And does faith play an important role in it? Thank you. 这位学生是我们国大的校友啊，所以他就是想问，有低能智的人还可以升起智慧吗？而且在这个升起智慧的过程中，他信仰是否有一个扮演着有个重要的角色？
他低智商的人应该有他的相应的这种智慧，因为每个人都有不同的禅宗的公案里面，有一个人问够有没有佛性？就有一个禅师给不同的人都回答，就对一个人说没有，对一个人说是有。后来很多弟子有点矛盾，为什么？后来因为这个狗啊，是比较低等的动物，就是从快速的解脱来讲，它还没有佛性；然后从长远的解脱来讲，它有佛性。所以我们可能也有两方面来理解。
Even though someone has low IQ, he or she has his corresponding level of wisdom. So in the Chan Buddhism, there is a koan. There was this master who was asked the question, does a dog have Buddha nature? And to some students, this Chan master replied no. But to other students, this master replied yes. And later, the students felt that it was a contradiction. And why is this so? Why does the teacher explain it this way? This is because the dog is of a lower level. If you talk about being from a short-term or very quick point of view, then no, there's no Buddha nature. But if we look at it from the long-term point of view, then yes, of course, there's a Buddha nature. We can understand it in this way.
感恩上师开示。我这里有个问题，就是倘若这个信仰是非常重要，那倘若是一个辟支佛，在一个无佛的时代，没有一个佛法让他信仰的话，那他没有那一个信仰，那他怎么样又能得到解脱，得到涅槃呢？
作为辟支佛呢，实际上在佛经当中也讲过，他虽然正在他涅槃的那个时代当中呢，他前面的佛已经涅槃了，后面的佛呢还没有出世，所以这个是一个 暗界当中出现的，就属于没有真实的佛法。但是呢，佛经里面说他曾经在100个界当中，修持善法，依止善知识。那个时候的这个信心呢，就是作为他的因，后来呢，自然而然就是他获得涅槃。所以说，他并不是没有信心过，就是他的前面是有，只不过是到最后的时候呢，就那个时候没有佛法而已。但实际上是他的前面是有过这种信心。
So, in terms of Pacceka Buddha, it's been mentioned in the sutras that even though this Pacceka Buddha attained nirvana in that lifetime, at that time when he attained nirvana, the previous Buddha has already passed into nirvana and the future Buddha has yet to be born. So, he is born in this time in between where there's no genuine Buddha Dharma existing. However, this Pacceka Buddha has already practiced virtues in the past 100 eons and had already relied on spiritual teachers and had faith as his course, and which led to him attaining nirvana in this lifetime. So it's not that this Pacceka Buddha had no faith before. It's just that at the point where he attains nirvana, there is no Buddha or Buddha Dharma existing at that time.
感恩上师开始，谢谢。
Hello. I actually have a question more with regards to the role of faith. Because we, for instance, lots of us know about the Western approach to Buddhism, which is often devoid of many aspects that have to do with Buddhism as religion. So Buddhism is almost conceived of in purely intellectual terms. So I'm wondering, what aspects of faith do you think are missing from this kind of approach?
他的问题应该很好。其实，西方很多人呢是比较理性的，因为知道这个科学啊，现在在欧美国家的话特别这种发达，所以应该很多问题呢，包括他们讲一些佛法的时候，他们经常有为什么这样，为什么这样。一直有这个无数的这种为什么，其实这是在佛教当中很好的。佛教当中修行呢有2种，一个是叫做是随法行的修行，随性行的修行，也就是随着这个佛法，随着这个真法，就是用配着智慧来去有个修行。还有一个呢，就是跟着信心来求这种修行。那么，随着我们的心性来求修行呢，就是叫钝根者，就不是根基不是很利润的，比较钝的。那随着这个智慧而求的人呢，是理根者。所以西方一般都喜欢就一些学术，理性的这种信仰，而这个亚洲的有部分呢，因为文化的差异，就是它有一种很真诚的这种虔诚的这种信心。其实这种感性和理性呢，就是我认为这2个都不可缺少。为什么这么讲呢？因为只有一个理性，就没有感性的话呢，就是有些感应和有些价值，包括我们的观点呢，很多都是依靠自己的真诚的信心来获得的。就是所以，如果没有一个感性的话呢，就是他们就缺少这一点。如果我们只是一种感性，就是没有理性的话呢，那么就是比较迷茫。就是所以，佛教当中真正的这种信心呢，我想东西方的这种思维方式就是结合起来的话，实际上这是最好不过的。就是这种学术不能缺少真心，真心也不能缺少这个理论的推敲。
谢谢。
还有。
This is a very good question. Actually, in the West, a lot of people are more rational because the science is actually more developed in Europe and America. When we discuss about Buddhism, there are many questions like why this and why that. You know, there are countless of whys when we discuss Buddhism over there. But actually, this is very good in Buddhism. In Buddhism, we talk about two kinds of faith. One kind is the faith or confidence that accompanies the Dharma, which means that this confidence is developed based upon the wisdom and understanding. And there is another kind of faith of confidence, which is confidence based on faith. So actually the confidence based on faith is more suitable for people who are of a more inferior capacity, and confidence based on Dharma or wisdom is more for people who are of sharper faculties or capacity. Therefore, many of these Western scholars, their faith is actually based on rationality. And in Asia, because of cultural differences, they tend to have a more genuine and sincere faith. So, actually, I feel that whether it's in terms of the devotional, emotional kind of faith or the rational kind of faith, we need both of them. We can't really miss out on any of them. If you just have rationality but is devoid of the emotional or the devotional aspect, then there's some of these concepts and some of this blessing that you can't really solve your problems. You can only solve some of these problems through this very sincere heart. On the other hand, if you just have this emotional or devotional aspect without the rational aspect, you can be quite confused. Therefore, in Buddhism, it is good to have this kind of actual faith, which is accompanied by this kind of rationality of the Western thinkers, And so this kind of scholars, their kind of intellectual thinking, it is good to have that kind of scholastic intellectual thinking, but they should not be lacking in their kind of like emotional, devotional faith. On the other hand, you can have this kind of devotional faith or confidence, but you also need to have rationality.
Yeah. Thank you.
顶礼大恩上师，弟子想恳请上师今天可不可以给我们传授一个皈依戒，然后同时也恳请上师能加持弟子早日升起真实的菩提心。感恩上师。
我念一个皈依的偈颂，然后你们自己想获得也可以。如果有些不愿意皈依的话呢，也不用怕。Lamalar Jasumjo, Sanjelar Jasumjo, Chelar Jasumjo, Genalar Jasumjo, Lamalar Jasumjo, Sanjelar Jasumjo, Chular Jasumjo, Genalar Jasumjo, Lamalar Jasumjo, Sanjelar Jasumjo, Chular Jasumjo, Genalar Jasumjo, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya, Tramji Tsurum Jumeja, Tsurum Number Tatan, Nuzame Batsurum, Tsurum Parashun So Sho.
According to the Buddha, it's unavoidable that people can get more and more evil in the future, and religion can decline. So, what kind of faith do you think we should have in this kind of age?
是，你说的对，我也在想这个问题。
You're right. I'm thinking about this question too.
现在，我们的生活啊，人越来越忙，压力越来越大。我今天早上在想，我们现在的制作人还算是压力不是很大的。可能再过10年、再过20年的人们，也许是比我们还压力更大。 因为大家都知道，我看到新加坡的有些新闻的话，也是这几年整个信仰宗教的人就越来越少，包括基督教的也是这样的。我去就欧洲，包括荷兰啊，包括意大利啊，就这些的话，他们本来佛教的教堂和寺院都不多，有很多基督教的寺院、基督教的教堂，但是就很多都空着的，就没有人，尤其是一些年轻人呢，他们都不太喜欢有什么信仰，有什么约束，这样很现实的直接能解决他的生活。如果他就像吃快餐面一样的很快的时间当中，如果解决他的压力的话呢，就是他愿意接受。除此之外呢，他对很多方面都不感兴趣。这是第一点。
So, if we look at our life now, people are getting busier and busier, and we're getting more and more stressed. So, this morning, I was just thinking that, we all here, we are not really that stressed. People 10 to 20 years later will probably be more stressed than us. I also see on the news of Singapore that in these past few years, it seems that there are fewer and fewer people who have faith in religions, and actually it's also happening to the Christians. I've visited places in Europe like Holland and Italy where there are not many temples, but there are a lot of churches, and they're mostly empty. Nobody really wants to go there. And especially young people don't really want to have the kind of faith. They don't want that kind of restraint. They would be more practical. They want to solve their own life problems, and they deal with it like a fast food. If you can very quickly, in a short time, be able to solve my problem, that's okay. I can accept that. But beyond that, they're not really interested.
针对这样的情况呢，我的建议呢，有一句，我们藏传佛教的很伟大的，就仁波切叫梅蓬仁波切，梅蓬仁波切有一句话说：整个大地上的人们呢都干坏事，但是自己应该要形成一个很善良的这种行为。这句话我觉得很重要，尤其是你们年轻人，未来的时代是年轻人的时代。那么年轻人呢，不单是要放眼世界，就是展望未来，更重要的，每个人应该有内心的一些修养，内心的修行。其实人如果有内心当中的一些修行的话呢，这个时代再恶劣，这个环境再糟糕，但是自己呢可以有这个知足常乐，身心快乐，会有面对各种这个困扰的这种勇气。所以现在唯一的什么呢？就是我们要通过佛教的这种调整心理的方法来解决最究竟的生死问题。每个人不管你是什么身份的人，都是面对生老死病。当面对生老死病的时候，其他的很多方法都没办法用。但我们唯一的依靠心灵的教育的话，也许很多人来讲真的是有用的，而且这种是可能物质财富呢不一定能满足你，所以精神上的财富呢，每一个人都是其实自己的命运掌握在自己的手里，希望大家都经常关照自己的心。谢谢。
Yeah.
So, in such a situation, I have a suggestion to offer. There is this very great Rinpoche in Tibetan Buddhism called Mapam Rinpoche, and he had taught that even if everyone on earth does negative things or negative deeds, I will continue to engage in virtuous actions. I think this teaching or this sentence is very important, especially for young people, because the future belongs to you guys, young people. Yes, you need to you need to have a vision as wide as the world, and you need to look to your future. But it is more important, even more important, for you to engage in inner cultivation or development. This inner development is very important. No matter how negative the world or the environment is, we ourselves are content and happy through our inner development. Therefore, now what we need to do is to actually transform our mind through Buddhist methods and to deal with the problems of life and death. All of us will experience the problems of life, aging, sickness, and death. And in the face of these problems, no other methods would be of use. So this kind of education of our mind would be necessary here. So at this, when you meet with these things, you will not necessarily be satisfied by your material wealth, but your spiritual wealth will be the one that satisfies you. So your destiny is actually in your own hands. Therefore, I request that to all of us, please do observe your own minds.
Thank you very much, Khenpo. We have now come to the end of the talk. Our staff advisor, Prof. Lee Hon Sing, will now present a token of appreciation to Khenpo for tonight's talk. Khenpo will also present NUSBS with a gift in return. Prof. Lee, please.
You continue first.
Thank you, Prof. Lee. Before Khenpo takes his leave, we shall be taking a group photo. Please remain in your seats and place your palms together as Khenpo makes his way to the first row. Let us now rise as Khenpo takes his leave. May all other venerables and guests remain in their seats.